What is up, YouTube tool tubers of the world? My name is Brad. Welcome to the workbench. Today we're going to look at my top 5 hand tools sold at Harbor Freight. Alright guys, so we're going to look at my top 5 favorite hand tools. I think I'm going to do a series. I'm going to do my top 5 favorite power tools and maybe top 5 favorite shop supplies and then my worst 5 tools at Harbor Freight. Right now we're going to concentrate on the hand tools. I'm going to show you each of them. It's not going to be a full-fledged review. I'm going to tell you a few things I like about it. I'll try to keep this video around 10 minutes. And let's start off with everybody's favorite, and I think probably the best tool sold at Harbor Freight, is the 25-inch Comfort Grip breaker bar. Half-inch drive, flexes at the top, of course. I mean, this thing is a beast, and anybody that shops at Harbor Freight knows that it's a beast. It often goes on sale for $15. There's many people I've heard of using this in a professional shop. I used to take it to the plant as an electrician. Granted, an electrician isn't going to put as much wear and tear on this as an actual mechanic, but man, sometimes I needed this because we were in areas that you couldn't have an impact, you know, a non-sparking area. And you needed something to get some leverage breaking off some of them rusted up bolts on peckerheads.
Go ahead and make your peckerhead jokes.
To kind of go along with this same category, though, is the Pittsburgh Ratchets. As you can see, I've got quite a few, and there's still a couple laying on there. As far as bang for your buck, DIYer, or somebody that's not going to be using this every single day, these are awesome ratchets. Lifetime warranty. My favorite when I worked at the plant was the swivel heads. Now, this is all personal preference. Some people prefer the flex heads, and what I liked about it is it's a screwdriver or a nut driver, or maybe you got like a Long Allen socket and you're tightening up terminals or something. But then when you need your torque, you just bend it to the side a little bit and you got your torque. Alright, so my next one, I don't know if it necessarily qualifies as a hand tool, but it's something I think is a great value at Harbor Freight. I guess it could kind of be a shop supply. But that is their 16-piece Forstner Bits set. And the reason I'm including this is because I want people to know about them, because Forstner Bits are not cheap. Even the crappy Porter cable set on Amazon is going to run you $60. You can pick up this 16-piece set for around $35, I think. It goes on sale oftentimes for. It's a pretty decent little Forstner bit. The steel is not the best. You do have to sharpen them quite often, and I've mentioned this in a lot of my coupon videos. This is the set of diamond files I use. You can get this set of diamond files on Amazon for like $10. Goes from 40 to 600 grit, and to sharpen them it's very, very simple. You just match the bevel. If you can sharpen anything, you can sharpen these. These diamond files are a must to go with these because you're going to have to sharpen them. Anybody that says these are terrible Forstner bits just doesn't know how to sharpen, plain and simple. Next up, we have a tool that I actually take out into the field, into the oil field with me. I used them at the plant. I've had this set of pliers for about 2 years. You can actually go back on my channel and see when I first picked these up. But these are the Doyle angled Dikes. Now, you wouldn't think that little 15-degree angle makes a difference, but it really does. They kind of serve almost like flush cutters. They don't have the actual flush in the back, but it gets you real nice and tight up to zip ties. But I've cut super thick cable with these when I got stuck in the field and didn't have actual lopper cable cutters. I mean, these things are still sharp. I haven't done any maintenance to them in the 2 years I had them. And I think they're less than like $15. You can use a 20% off coupon on these Doyle Dikes. Highly, highly recommend them. Next up again is a tool I've had for a couple years. I had this at the plant, but after I left the plant to go back to the oil field, this dead blow has come home with me because my company provides dead blows out there, so why tear up my own shit when I don't have to? Lifetime warranty on these. I think this is a 3-pound, so it's around $10. You can use a 20% off coupon. You can even use a 30% off coupon when it does come around, since it's around, I think it's $9.99. They might have come up a little bit. I've seen at work, yes, little chips do come out of these. Even at home, you can see I got little chips coming out at mine. Can't speak highly enough of the Harbor Freight dead blows. Never had an issue when I went to warranty the ones at work. I go in, they see it's theirs, the Pittsburgh on the side, they say go get a new one. And plus, they're just cool to... You know, I don't know anybody that doesn't pick up a dead blow and give it a little mariachi samba. Yeah! Sorry for the dance break. Harbor Freight dead blow. Great, solid buy. Last up on my list of my top 5 favorite Harbor Freight tools is the digital veneer calipers, whatever the name of them is. I just call them calipers. What I love about this one is right now you can see it's reading in millimeters, but you click this little button here up at the top, takes you to tenths of an inch, which again, I don't really know that too well. But there we go. Fractions, a woodworker's best friend. Or most people in America can understand fractions better. The only thing I don't like about this is there's a little bit higher end calipers that will take, you can hit another button that will take you to the nearest one, because who the fuck knows what 61 1/28 is. So usually what I do is I just slowly scroll back and forth until I find a fraction that I'm pretty familiar with. Something in the 64ths at least. You can get the inside, the outside, you can even get depth here on the back. It's just a solid tool, man. It's held up pretty damn good for me. Often goes on sale for around 10 bucks. Now you got to be careful. They have other crappier ones. They have an all plastic digital one. They have quite an assortment of these. So when you're buying it, make sure you got the one that goes from metrics to inches and also fractions. Because if it just says metric to inches, it's going to give you the 1/10 of an inch. Now is this good enough or accurate enough for a machinist? Doubtful. Is it good enough for DIY woodworker, metalworker, somebody at home, or even probably a mechanic that needs to find out nut size or drill bit size, because you know you shove all your drill bits in there? Perfect for this. They've held up good so far. I've had these for about a year, and the worst thing I'm seeing is a little bit of residue from where the sticker was. Been very, very happy with these. So of course I'm going to give you a bonus item, especially since the Forstner bit isn't technically a hand tool. But this one isn't technically a hand tool or a power tool either, so I want to be able to show it. I love this thing. It is a little submersible fluid pump. Sucks out of this end, sprays out of this end, and it's just battery operated. The only thing I've ever used this for is sucking fuel out of 5-gallon gas cans. Whole lot easier to do that than mess with the newfangled contraptions the EPA says will help us spill less. Bullshit. And also working on my lawnmower to suck out some fuel that had been in there too long. So if you have a pretty open area, this is great for sucking out fuel tanks. Now I get it, it's not going to work on all of them. I've had this thing for about a year maybe. Used it probably 10 times at the most. And after I get done using it, all I do is run water through it. And it's been working. Still on the same original battery. Haven't even replaced the battery on this thing. Now I have heard people complain about these, that they do break or they work one time. But they're like 10 bucks. Go ahead and buy one if it works a couple times for you. You got your money's worth. Maybe you'll get lucky like me and get one that ends up lasting. Or maybe those people just didn't take care of their stuff. But as far as my experience with this fluid pump, it's been a solid buy. I just appreciate you sticking around to the end. Thanks for coming by. Hope you enjoyed seeing some of these tools. Maybe you saw some that you didn't know about at Harbor Freight, or some that you were hesitant on buying. These are ones that have always performed good for me. I can only speak on my experience and how I've used the tools. If you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you have different tools that you love from Harbor Freight, leave a message in the comment section below. Let people know what's out there and what's working for you. But until next time, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down there, and we'll holler at y'all next time. Peace! What is up, YouTube tool tubers of the world? My name is Brad. Welcome to my messy ass shop. Welcome to the workbench. Yeah, I've given up on cleaning my shop. I clean off spots when I need it, I guess. Guess we'll have to re-record this. Another car. Car again. Peace. Peace.